seems like almost every year, talks of a new Bloodborne remastered or a sequel gets mentioned around in the From Software fanbase. And so happened to be this year that it was announced that From Software actually shut down the possibility of a remaster for Bloodborne. But not only that, Sony has actually shut down a really respected studio, Bluepoint, who are best known for remastering beloved video games like the Shadow Colossus game and Demon Souls. It's honestly heartbreaking that From Software's most praised game, Bloodborne, would never get a proper remake or even a continuation, possibly through a sequel or a TV show, being ever picked up due to Sony shutting down Bluepoint and From Software shutting down any possibility of this dream ever existing. Releasing back in 2015, Bloodborne is hands down From Software's most praised and beloved games that they have ever made, being also one of my personal favorites up there with Sekiro and the original Dark Souls. I think one of the reasons why I really appreciate this game is the time period they decided to set this game in. Instead of the typical knights and dragon and medieval Europe that we're usually used to in the From Software games, instead goes a little bit forward in time and sets it in a Victorian 17th century Gothic setting, which at this time was a very unique and bold change in the From Software Souls series. And this idea of switching to a different time period in the Souls game wasn't done again until Shadow Dies Twice. Hidetaka Miyazaki's magic of storytelling is also beautifully done once again within this game, and the way how he captures the viewer's attentions and showing them beauty in an otherwise disturbing and fucked up world, while also switching tones and embracing cosmic horror elements within the games. Bloodborne though is no exception as it leans heavily into those cosmic horror elements. Task as a hunter, your main goal is to kill every beast that stands in your way in the city of Yharnam, a place that was built on top of an ancient city that was uncovered several years back. And what they found from the city that was buried underneath was horrors of unimaginable. Stuff like ancient gods of the unknown and a blood that could cure any illness known to man. Unfortunately for the people who have uncovered this wisdom has damned themselves into an endless nightmare that they can never escape from. And unfortunately this includes the people of Yharnam and the hunter himself. Bloodborne's gameplay is definitely an overhaul from the blocking and parrying of the Dark Souls days, as it's a way more quicker and faster Souls game with you needing to preserve a lot of your items in your inventories and enemies being in your face 24/7. The weapons are hands down one of the most unique and fun parts of Bloodborne. With over 26 trick weapons and 15 firearms, you definitely won't find a weapon in the game that will not be suitable to you. Each melee weapon in this game are two-parter, which means they're basically both weapons in one, allowing you to switch between both different styles of gameplay or comboing both moves together. The firearms in this game is basically Bloodborne's parry system. If you parry any enemy with a gun, they will be stunned, allowing you to do a thrust attack to deal a lot of damage. The Hunter's Dream is going to be your hub area where you're able to buy, upgrade, and level up your character. Something else you could also do in the Hunter's Dream is explore the challenge dungeons. Challenge dungeons are pretty much side content you could do inside Bloodborne, where you can explore randomly generated underground caverns. Inside of these dungeons are upwards to 3 to 4 floors, all home to the most unique and most disturbing types of creatures. At the end of most dungeons, you will have to face up against a boss, ranging from the enemies that you usually fought with just a higher health bar, or in some cases different types of unique bosses that you've never seen before. In my opinion, I think Bloodborne has one of the most unique and interesting designs of enemies and bosses I've ever seen in a FromSoft game. Every single enemy and boss fits so well with their environments, even going down to evolving as the game goes on. This helps out the game with its challenge, and not only that, fits in very well with the lore. Overall, I think Bloodborne is a fantastic game and hands down one of my favorite games from FromSoft, and it's honestly kind of a shame that they refuse to come back to the series given the fact that this is probably one of their most requested series for them to come back to and, possibly do a remake of or a sequel. I guess time will tell if FromSoft will ever step back into Yharnam. I mean, they've done it with Sekiro, with the new anime that's coming out, so maybe they'll give some treatment to their other games like Bloodborne, hopefully. And I guess that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys are interested in me making videos kind of like this, please let me know in the comments. And I guess I'll catch you guys in another time. All right, goodbye.